I guess 5 contracts, and all the contracts pay between 111,000 to 136,000. So, and they're pretty quick because all I have to do is kill the one guy, or the one individual, and then then I can
You're the person to kill.
Yeah, and usually they're far enough away that I don't have to. Especially if I'm using the saber, then it's like pop him, go to and then just jump to the next one, pop him, jump to the next one.
120k pop, pretty easy.
Use the map, and if you use the map, star map, to find your location, it makes it pretty easy. Figure out which one's closest.
I see you're on Ashes now.
I made a little dwarf. Oh, why is it like that?
Ooh, that's white.
Yeah, it doesn't happen often. I wonder why.
What in the bloom?
You had eight people watching a minute ago.
Still do.
Okay.
What is going on? Let me get out of this building. Maybe that's what's happening. Okay, yeah, there it goes. I don't know what that was, but let me talk to this person.
Thank the gods, Desorian Essence. We are having a bit of a goblin problem at the moment. Disgusting creatures. Cut them down.
Increases. Alright, let's see. Launch up to 3 consecutive attacks against target enemy. Each hit gains 1 stack.
Do you still want us in open chat while you're on Ashes?
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay. I just didn't know if you wanted the cross game talk or not.
Nah, that's totally fine.
Cool.
Yeah, Ashes are creations for people that can't hack it in Star Citizen. That kind of thing.
He's like,
like blocked. Although for those people listening, I've never played Ashes of Creation, and I have no idea.
Well, I wouldn't even try right now because you'd have to spend too much money.
Nope. See,
And
you only have one of those.
you're already playing a game that you spend too much money on.
Yep. Shh. I'm not supposed to say that. In case my wife ever watches this show.
husband.
And by too much money, I mean the obvious $45 you have to buy in. Like
games are too expensive these days.
Yeah.
Yep. It sounds about right.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, I take them from my book. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's midnight. I'm gonna go fresh out. I've been up a long day today. Reasonable. Yeah. There we go. Alright, guys. Shiggy, enjoy Ashes. What do you?
Thanks, man.
Is this your fighter?
No, this is the tank.
Okay. Alright.
Where's a sword? Two-handed sword, please.
Alright, guys. Talk to you later.
See you, Demathius. Oh, the bloom hurts, but I need to get one of these swords. Come here. Sword. No, big sword. Rusty greatsword. Thank you. Run.
That is white.
Yeah, I don't know.
White.
In there, the bloom just goes wild for some reason.
That is too bright.
Oh, you know what? I can only have a ranged and a melee. But then what I'll do is I'll put these on my bar and I can click on them and switch. I just gotta put the greatsword back on there. Boop. There we go. Go. It's an odd choice giving the dwarf the front flip for just their normal jump.
Well, makes him look like a bowling ball.
Whoosh. And that he
Like
is.
a little bowling ball. Little solid, compact, dense bowling ball.
Yeah. Slams into the targets.
Let's see what's close. 14.
Saw you kill goblins up there. Not a hint of
Oh,
fit.
do
It's
I
interesting.
do that
It's sloppy. Give it here. Let me put a shine on it for you. One that befits a hero. No charge.
Bring it out.
You're a new face around here. Welcome. Wonderful. I'm permitted to offer you a small care package on behalf of our glorious empire. Before I do that, however, I must ask...
You're a newcomer, eh? Odd jobs. The townsfolk around the outpost need doing. They bring them to me, and I post them on the board. Used to do it myself when I was a spry young soldier. This was back on Sanctus, of course.
I don't need to do any of those.
If you close your eyes, you can almost feel how close we are here to the gods that made us.
Sasu. Two times. And applies stun. Additional threat. Incoming damage. Hits reduce this ability's cooldown. Hits that were blocked reduce the cooldown by 1 second. This may trigger at maximum of once per second. Interesting. Let's get a pony.
Pony. Get on my pony.
You like
This is
strong
my
and that's what
pony.
we like. Hold a moment.
What are you
Won't
gonna
be
name your
enough
pony?
just to waddle back.
Pony.
With your arms stuffed with cuttings.
Oh, that's
Take
nice.
the raw wood
Yeah,
of the milling
that's
station
pretty
in the workshop.
easy to remember.
Process it first.
Oh, you
Show
know,
me five
horse,
boards and
pony.
Yep. Horse, pony, horsoni. Horse. Porse. There you go.
Hey, mine.
Porse.
Giddy. Giddy up.
I'll name it Porse. Pony horse. Oh my gosh, that's a scorpion.
Ooh, get on my
That
scorpion.
thing's huge. That's a bear. Sorry there, bear guy, but scorpion's got you.
Yeah, by far.
That was. I've never seen
think
a
it's-
scorpion.
That is just impressive.
Yeah, that was huge.
Also implies you probably have to fight that thing at some point.
Well, the only you can do animal husbandry and get the. So he probably tamed it.
Oh, that's a cool way to do it.
Yeah, because that's how you get the bear mounts. I'm pretty sure.
With husband.
Yep,
The spousal unit tames the husband. So it's
exactly.
called husbandry.
Yep. I've always wondered why animal husbandry is called animal husbandry. It's kind of strange.
Maybe that's not the strange part. Maybe the strange part is it's called husband and wife. You don't see here animal wifery. You hear riverine though.
Ooh, it was a cow.
Riverine or something. Whatever that is.
Can you tame the cow as a mount?
I wish, but I think these are already. I guess you can't tame a domestic cow as a mount. I would love to have a mount cow.
I would be. I'd
Probably
rather.
wouldn't be very fast.
That's fine.
They don't have to be.
I'd be on a cow, man. That'd be wonderful. I would. Oh, that's what my bard would ride. Just playing the lute or the drums, playing the drums on the cow.
Oh, dang.
And then I could just say I'm cowing around.
Alto in it. Gotta admit, these ballistics just rip them a new.
I need to attune myself.
Yeah, ballistics are really good. I just hate having to rearm.
Oh man, just popping them. Oh, who's on me?
Forgot that I have this.
My shield's down.
Uh-oh.
Freaking arrow.
I wonder if I can make macros.
Those arrows can be pretty mean.
Well, I'm chasing the arrow. Somebody else is shooting me in the behind while I'm chasing the arrow. Oh, they popped me. All right, I'm going back to sabers.
There's a turtle with a tree on the top.
With the what?
It's a turtle
Oh,
with a tree
turtle.
growing out of it. Oh, that's the alligator. Okay. There's a lot of mounts already. Just a little
All right,
amount of
so
time.
turtle with a tree.
Yeah, there he is.
What's that?
It's an alligator
what's the thing when
thing.
you're good at like not herbivore, like when you're,
Herbalism?
herbalism. So it's a husbandry herbalism. Husband. That's definitely a druid.
Bum, 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 bum.
You asked me what kind of mount a druid would have. I would first guess a turtle with a tree on it.
Yeah.
A good choice. Depending on their sense of humor, it could also be a human.
Yeah.
Okay, every elevator I'm in it. Dude, you need to get out of the elevator. I am totally not.
Just take.
No, I mean, this is the elevator to get out of the hospital. All right. And so if it keeps opening with somebody in it, then that tells me the elevator's broken. So I don't want to be in that elevator.
We're gonna stow the Corsair. And expedite the Guardian.
There. I had to update my stream information.
What'd you change it to?
Oh, it was on. It was still on. I still had Star Citizen as the selected game and all that other stuff. So it'd look kind of weird if people pop on Star Citizen. They're like, "What the hell is this?"
It's a new update, man.
Yeah, they went fantasy. They said, "Screw that spaceship stuff. We're gonna get turtle mounts."
Yeah, we couldn't get server meshing to work, so we just became a fantasy MMO.
Yeah.
Either that or they think you rickrolled them.
Yeah.
Never gonna give you up, let you down. Something, something, something.
What am I even doing right now? I'm losing my focus.
I think you're just running around in the village.
I'm trying. Oh, there it is. I need to go. Well, you can do these. You do the trade skill tutorial mission requests, and at the end they give you a pony.
I want it worked that way in real life.
Yeah, man. Give me a pony for cutting down a tree. That'd be cool.
I would accept those exchange rates.
Yeah. That'd be wonderful.
Have you brought the timber? It's crude but passable work. Nay, I care not to lay eyes upon your
Normally I'll listen to everything the NPCs say, but I've done these particular missions like 4 times already. Trying out different classes and stuff.
Oh, my favorite place, Area 18.
Yeah. I like that one too.
I always lag out when I go there.
Like really bad? Really?
Yeah, whenever I go into the spaceport, Parkour just wrecks me. I don't know why. Maybe it's working better in this patch though. Gotta go there and buy some shit.
The blocks?
What's the I might be super dumb at the moment. What the hell is the Ashes Creation alpha process for dumb keys? Well, you have to pay for a key, and then that one will give you, depending on the package you buy, you'll get access to the beta or beta 2, I think, or you can get a bigger key that'll give you access to what I'm playing, which is the Alpha 2, and if you get, then that might not give you access to the beta, or you can buy a bigger package that'll give you access to everything. I bought a package that gave me access to Alpha 1 and Alpha 2, and then I upgraded that for a little, I bought that like years ago, and then just recently I upgraded that to let me play all the beta key or the betas too, and that was probably like, I don't know, a little, I don't know the exact amount, but like 200, less than 200, something like that. I don't know really, but it's nice. It's not cheap. It is a lot of fun though, and it is still an alpha, so it's as janky as you would imagine it would be. So, yeah. The what? Oh, here it is. Yes, start the job. Boom. Yeah, the keys are weird. The alpha, like this is gonna run the 5 day a week alpha will run until May. I can't remember. Hold on. Let me see real quick. Boom. Boom. Alpha 2 testing schedules can be found here. Boom.
All right.
See.
Oh, contact.
Testing information from January 16th, 2025 until May 1st, 2025. Alpha 2 realms are scheduled to be online for 5+ days a week, from Thursdays at 10 a.m. PT to Mondays at 10 p.m. PT. Downtime will exist on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Yes. And in May, that will be the May 1st is going to be when the game will run 7 days a week, and they're going to do that test for an entire year. Is how that will work. Is the last time they explained that crap to me. Yeah, right here. When Phase 3 begins on May 1st, the goal is to have the game up 24/7 and only have small periods of downtime for game updates. So, depending on how... If you want to save money till May 1st, and then buy in then, so you can play that 24/7 year-long test, if you're set on playing, then you could do that. I mean... It's fun. I'm not gonna tell anyone to get it though, because
Saber signature is about 3.8.
Because I play Star Citizen and Ashes, I'm not.
The cross section, so
I'm not eligible to give financial
Everything else
advice
is
to
lower than
anyone.
that.
Yeah.
So it just becomes trying to engage the target without getting in 3.8 of everybody else.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's why I need weapons that have longer, like 5K range or something. Oh.
I'm excited for y'all's Kickstarter, dude. I'm definitely gonna throw down on it when it goes live.
Have you brought the block? Brilliant. Yeah, well, you have the gist of it. What matters now is practice. Aren't we
they're
here at
flying
the
away from
United?
them.
We'll provide you
Perfect.
with
I
a
have-
full set of tools. Nay quality.
Although these vanguards aren't very much fun, to be honest. Oh, crap. There's a herald right next to him. It was
What-
hidden. Damn it.
What are you flying right now?
A saber.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna have to kill this herald though.
What's a herald?
Yeah, they're just fast. They're like a.
What are they? Are those the data ships?
Yeah, the data ships, the really fast ones, but they have
Okay.
a couple of decent sized weapons on them.
Okay, I'm not.
Missiles.
I do not remember what that is now.
They look like an arrowhead, with a big engine.
Oh, those
Oh,
have
got it.
guns.
Yep, and missiles. All right.
Oh, that's gonna be cool.
All right. Now I'm engaging the bad guy, the main guy.
I thought you were already married.
The bad guy.
No,
Engaging
you
him?
said
Yeah.
you're engaged. Jokes.
Oh yeah. Kidding? My wife's a master of husbandry.
Yeah.
She was just telling me earlier today that I changed a lot since we got married, which tells me she's really good at husbandry.
Got him.
So I don't think it was my choice to change.
Oh. Trained away.
Yep. I'm just kidding.
Or you were a higher tier than you were once before.
Yep.
There we go. Your components have been upgraded.
Oh, got him. Easy
Just-
120 grand.
Accurate. If you are a woman with multiple partners, we jokingly refer to that as polygamy.
I don't get it. But that's okay. I'm just trying to understand it.
I mean, since polygamy is how man has multiple wives, so then polygamy is a woman with multiple husbands.
Nice.
I was afraid you were going to go malignant. I was like, wait, what?
No.
Polygamy. There you go.
Give me
I don't
my.
actually think it's a
Ooh.
definition that's existing yet.
Look,
What
it's
is the
it's a
what do
different
So
one.
they call it like it's if it's your dad, it's I guess from your dad's side it's one thing. What's the word for that?
In
Yeah.
regards to what? Because there's patricide, which is
Are you talking about like passing on traits and genes?
Yeah, well,
Well, that would be
parent side
hereditary,
is-
but I don't know what the.
Yeah, because one starts with a.
Got the powder.
Journal?
Brilliant.
Yeah,
And your
yeah.
horse. Stop
There you
by the
go.
stable mouse to
So yeah,
request the
I guess it
guard.
would be.
They'll expect you.
Maybe. That training? I don't. Always just call it balance.
it is called
You're all
it's an
this
urban
talk of
dictionary,
how much-
malogamy, the
Ah,
practice or
sure.
custom of a woman
It's an
having
old
more than one
sway-back
partner.
plotter, but it'll get you from here to there faster than
Okay,
walking.
why not?
I've got a. Ooh, it's a white pony. Ooh. You get a different color pony each time you do this mission. Well, you can get a different. It's not the same color every time. Like this
Is it
pony.
bucking you off, or are you jumping it?
What? What?
Are you?
What?
Is it trying to buck you off, or are you jumping it?
Oh, I'm jumping it.
Oh.
But like,
Is that would be funny?
so the other thing is, the pony's gonna stay there. I just got off the. It will disappear after a certain distance of me running, but it is an NPC right here, so it can be attacked by enemy NPCs, all that stuff. If it dies, it goes on cooldown for like 5 or 10 minutes. Yeah, you gotta be careful. I don't know if they can be taught to attack. So far, they have not attacked anything, but I mean, he's got 121 health compared to my 240 health at level, and I'm just level 1, so that's pretty good. What level is he? Level 1. Okay.
Maybe he levels with you.
I don't know. I'm not sure actually, because I've got on my other character. I had these two guys help me. Well, I helped them. I wouldn't even say I helped them. I was like level 6, and they were both level 25. But they were pulling a trade caravan across the map, and I just accepted the prompt to help them. And for running it the entire way, they both gave me a mount, or 2 mounts.
Oh.
And they're both like level 18 mounts. So I have no idea if like they can level up or anything like that. But there's another scorpion right there. Look at that. Oh, he running. Wow. They fast. Ooh, that's it's a lion.
I'm about to create that account on Ashes of Creation, and it's got a
What?
referral code.
Oh, you do?
So-
Oh, I have one. Hold on.
Hold on. Don't send it to me. Like, I guess send it to me in Discord DM rather than over the channel.
Yeah. I'll pull it up on my other computer so I don't have to flash my information everywhere. Bum 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 bum.
Be like those other people on Star Citizen that says, "Hey, if you want an extra 5,000 AUC, use my referral code."
I have that.
Where they just don't tell you you're actually helping me get free stuff, which is
Yeah.
worth a lot more than the 5,000 AUC you get.
Yeah, it is.
And
I
I'd just be in a, yeah.
I have my code on my like Twitch bio, but I'm not gonna like flash it everywhere on.
Oh no,
on my
these ones will
stream.
say like the ones that I watched were like, "Oh yeah, get a free extra 5,000 dollars starting." Like you're
It's like one whole piece.
misleading. Yeah, you're misleading people because you're getting a free ship or you're getting something else, and they're just getting 5,000 AUC. That's not fair.
But then they can do it too.
Just start scamming people with referral.
Like
Absolutely.
you can get a capital ship if you get enough people.
What?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
Multiple capital ships, probably.
Yeah, you get a lot of stuff. Like when we're talking like you can get stuff. I got an MPV. I think I had 3 people do the referral thing, and now I had a MPUV that with lifetime insurance on it, and I used that to get my. I upgraded that to my Guardian. Yeah.
Impressive.
But the
I'll
thing,
go
they have to use the code and purchase something.
And buy.
Yeah. So
I'm fairly certain I was one of those referrals.
I think so.
I may have been also.
I don't. I can look and see the names. Actually, I could check it out. Let me see. What's my?
I hope so, because if not, then I totally screwed you, and I'm so sorry, because that was never, like... If I got real excited and I was just like, I'm gonna do this! I didn't use that referral code, and that's foolish on my end.
I mean, really. I mean, it does help the other person, but it definitely doesn't give them everything that you're.
I think
getting.
it only helps though when they're doing special like events. Like there's
No,
events
it's,
where you both get something.
Well, the other person will get. So there's an event that does that. My second account also has an MPUV because I was my own referral.
Yeah, I think that, well, sometimes during SitCon or something, if you refer somebody, then that person will get like I don't know, one of the speeder bikes, and you'll get a speeder bike or something.
Oh, okay, I got it.
I've seen those where it's like you both get something if you use a referral code. But
Oh man, Star Wars: The Old Republic.
oh, that was a good game.
So you said speeder bike, and that was the first thing that popped into my head, and I was just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh. I loved that game. Alas, it is dead.
I put it in the thingy thing.
Which thing?
I put it in the Discord channel, Ashes of Creation.
Oh? I like it. That's a smart place to put it. Boop, boop. Let's see if I copy that into this here.
I don't know if it does what it gives us, if anything, at all. I have no idea. I haven't even tried.
Well, we're gonna learn today.
Don't
I think
learn.
if there's a page for it. There's a page, and depending on how many points you get or how many referrals you get, it does a sliding scale.
Well, that's for Star
Science.
Citizen, but I don't know about for Ashes.
Oh, yeah. Who knows?
Gotta verify my email, but I just got your referral code in there.
Boom, boom, boom. You just watching the little tidbits of me playing Ashes, and you getting that MMO itch.
We've been looking, and I just say we've been looking for a good MMO to mess with. We played it ESO for a little bit. Sarah and I did just rockin' solo, like not solo, but rockin' duo for a bit.
Yeah.
That didn't hit. We played Albion online for a short period of time with all the kids. That was atrocious.
Oh,
Never
no.
again.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Ugh. Like,
It's a special kind of game.
it is so awful. Ugh, it was not fun because you have to just feed it the money. It is a reverse ATM.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Oh man, I forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, switching accounts so I can log into that email. Verify. Haha, there I am. Now, give me some time, and then perhaps I shall join you in this alpha shenanigans.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Yes. I would be there
Learning.
too. I haven't got time anymore.
I feel that.
Totally understandable.
I am.
Maybe after I graduate.
How close is that
Yes.
now? It's pretty close, yeah.
Next May, like next year, May.
Next year, May. Okay.
Yeah, then I'll graduate and I can go for my license.
Very nice. Are they gonna give you like a words brain? Like they pay for your license fee, like the cost of it, or do you just?
No.
Okay.
I paid the like $300 and I can go take the test to see if I pass or not.
Oh, that's filthy. They should
damn.
at least like give you the creds.
Hey, Nord, what's
discount.
going on?
No, they don't.
Discount. Yeah,
I got
you
a-
wish.
I got a lot of other people in the
Discount.
Discord talking, so you're gonna hear other voices. Some of them are playing Star Citizen. Some of them are just chatting.
Well, I guess technically after this semester, I'm gonna go get my first license because I'm choosing to.
Right, I
Then
rolled a
After I
tank
graduate,
today.
I can get my real one, my full
Okay.
one, I guess I should say.
Heck yeah.
So I can get my LPN after this semester, but my RN I have to wait till I graduate.
You going the medical route, my guy?
Yeah, I'm going to nursing school right now.
My brother, you have just done a 360 from from the last time we talked. Holy heck.
Yeah, well, it turns out I really hate writing software. Fucking terrible.
Oh, but you out there now getting them sticks and doing that medical shenanigans. Okay.
Yeah, it's really fun poking people.
I used to joke about it going through AIT because we would be walking through Texas and be checking people's veins. We wouldn't be checking out their body or their face. We're like, "Ooh, you see them veins on that girl? Ooh, bet they juicy."
I'm
I don't
gonna.
do IVs yet until third semester, sadly, but
Oh,
soon.
tell you a terrible fun story. I shouldn't tell us. I'll keep names out of it. However, we were very bored because when you're in the field, you are generally bored.
Fair.
And we decided to see how long it would take to reverse flow an IV bag.
Huh?
So we took it and put it below the line and let gravity fill it with blood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then weren't paying attention, and we almost pushed a clot back into our volunteer. It was so close. No,
Yeah,
don't
Nord.
do that one ever.
Nord, I'm waiting on the
never.
rogue to pop up.
Oh, the dumb stuff that was done.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have that level of freedom. But
No. Honestly, I don't know, because you got your LPN. You going for your LPN now, right? No, not LPN yet, right?
Where's the
Couple
official?
Yeah. Then heck yeah. You going for? Are they gonna force you into emergency medicine, or are you trying to stay out of that?
I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna take whatever they let me get into at
It's a
first.
full-time
but,
job keeping the
Alright.
state wards stocked.
the neonatal ICU.
Have you attuned to the
Okay, with some babies.
Yep.
Let it be known that
That's
even
a
as we
little loophole
struggle to
machines, I love 'em.
maintain our foothold here,
Loophole machines.
Straight up, they are.
Yeah. If you
Oh,
if you look into human anatomy and stuff, babies are
Ooh.
just full of shortcuts.
Rogues are just a lot
They're
of fun to
pretty great.
play.
Like half their veins aren't there. They skip half their heart. Pretty wild.
That's wild.
the other fun part. I was talking to one of the surgeons, and he was laughing. He's like, every anatomy book I ever read was wrong. I knew generally where things would be, but let me tell you, I cut somebody open one time and nothing was where it's supposed to be. There are so many micro mutations inside the body that at one point in time, I think he said the crap. Both kidneys were on one side of the body.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh,
Both kidneys were on the left side. So they went to do a kidney transplant and they went to go pull the kidney out of the one side and they kind of had a low-key panic attack while they were on the table because the kidney was not there.
that's scary.
Like weird stuff. It's wild because every single patient that you get has the potential to have anatomy inconsistencies and it's almost guaranteed that something is not going to be right. I love it. I absolutely adore it. There are days that I miss it, and then there are days that I don't.
Ooh.
It's a noble gig too. You will have you heard? Maybe I'm blowing too much information.
The goblins have their own dogs in this. You know what they're called?
What?
They're
I've seen
called
them, they're great.
they're called Borks. B-O-R-K, Bork.
Bork.
Bork. They look exactly like you would imagine them.
President Borks.
Like rat dogs. Kind of like those cats that have no fur, but it's a dog.
And it makes Borky sounds.
Yeah, Nord, I would not recommend you trying the game until it goes to a more
That took me a
financially
minute. Gosh,
friendly
dang it, I wasn't ready.
model, you know?
What, Goblin Phonetics?
Yes.
Bork. There you go, Bork.
Okay. Now that I've got my one thing on Area 18, I have to figure out how to leave Area 18.
So, another cool thing about, phonetics and stuff, the first most likely that we have found records of was in Egypt. And it was called, its name was Mao. M-A-U. So, dude probably walks up to the cat and he's like, "What are you?" And it goes, "Mao." And he's like, "Oh, very well. Mao it is." Yes.
I must worship you.
Yes, I will now worship you.
Didn't they full on find like someone put a genitalia joke written in an Egyptian hieroglyph on a permanent structure?
Yes. People have been making dick jokes this entire, for as long as possible.
Since the beginning of written history.
Yeah.
As one does.
Like I figured out how to make these blueberries turn into ink. I'm gonna draw a penis. Yes, I will. That's what happens.
Stone in a slightly softer stone.
Or I bet your mama jokes were probably the same thing as like everything else we were talking about.
My 6-year-old hit me with a D's nuts joke today.
Oh gosh.
Where did you hear that from?
And which makes it even better, I had to kind of do a low-key anatomy lesson for a 6-year-old.
Daggers on a bard.
After that, you removed her ability to play Call of Duty for a while?
It's I guarantee it's from one of the videos that she's watching. She's got her videos that she watches on YouTube, and I keep them vetted for the most part. And I've heard
Shiggy guy.
No,
He's watching that Shiggy guy online, learning about these nuts.
No, I know.
Family friendly over here. Purely family friendly.
You say that as we're on open chat talking about this.
Yeah. I need to write a disclaimer that I can read really quickly, because I won't be able to remember it in my brain.
The views expressed in open chat are by no way, shape, form, or fashion the views followed by this channel.
That's funny.
As I'm the
one doing. Yeah.
Opinions of the guest and comments of the guest are purely related to the comments of the guest and not that of the content creator of the channel.
And then I'll have one for the content
I
creator
like it.
too. Yep.
Oh man.
Just plaster family friendly all over my channel in the bios and stuff. And be like, yeah. Everything expressed in this has nothing to do with the channel.
Nature of this channel.
What?
Your loved one is bound to learn something from listening to my channel.
My fun activities, right? All we did was just fly around and gently blow people up for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Soft death, all of them. I mean,
Boop.
soft.
We did soft death a lot of them, and
Yeah.
then hard deathed most of them.
That's annoying though with that soft death thing, because I'm like, where's the target? Not the target. Where's the not the target? No, not the target. Crap.
Yeah.
That's we should send a good love missile to every single soft target just to get them out of the way.
Ooh.
But I wish they had a different designation than hostile.
Yeah,
at that
that healing buff.
Deer elect would be the best answer.
I'm gonna have to
Like,
try
go
that
from
next time I
hostile to
play
deer
on
elect.
my.
Yeah, because the problem I have with it is they still register as a hostile entity, so I can't just cycle through hostiles. Find winning people.
Refuse.
I also have
Oh, I need to do a
extremely lazily
commission.
put together my targeting options, so
You these
I'm pretty sure all I have is target under reticle and then nearest friendly, nearest hostile.
At least you have more than one joystick. I have no throttle master, nothing else. I have my individual joystick, and I'm half joystick, half keyboard when I did play.
Yeah, I spent too much money on these, but they're nice. They
They're
make
really
me happy when I
good.
look at them and spend hours doing homework, not using them.
But they're always there waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except all the times I have to go and put them in another room so I can take a test.
Oh.
Yo, the online test, I'd much rather go to a test center.
I agree.
Yeah, they're just way less strict than the crap, because if you accidentally look anywhere but your screen, it flags it, and 3 flags and you're out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we don't even get that. We have it. They'll let us finish the exam, and then they'll send it off for warnings, and we're allowed 1 infraction the entire time we're in the program.
It's insane.
Wow.
Because like when I think, I look up always.
Yeah. Anything after the first infraction is an automatic 0.
Wow. That's intense.
Yeah. Which is
over
kind
here.
of funny.
I was over here this weekend not feeling the best. Had to take an exam, and I'm like about to throw up on camera, just staring into it. I don't take anything huge. Passed though.
Heck yeah, crushed it. Which I find really entertaining because you have to have a good base of knowledge, but you're never going to be without Google in this day and age.
Can't have.
in
It's not like
I was going to say, in my decades of being outside the Marine Corps and in the civilian world, got a really crazy test-taking technique for you. It's kind of insane, it's kind of nuts, but it works. Like, whenever you get to a question, if it's multiple choice, always select D. I know it's nuts, but it's D. Okay?
Here's the problem. Like half my questions are multiple choice, and the rest are just horrible. Jet sides with that one.
why my longbow level up before my sword and shield did? That's kind of weird.
It was. Die. Yeah, y'all go straight kill me. I have to walk away so I don't choke to death.
Alright, CPR certified. I'll give you thoughts and prayers from a distance.
Nice.
I'll watch my chest rise and fall with the power of thoughts.
I know one thing I was going to ask you, though. I mean, seriously, though. You said LPN, then you're going to go to RN. Are you thinking about doing the family practitioner?
Not likely.
Move to your target.
If I go in the
Oh.
practitioner route, I prefer to do the neonatal if I have the option.
Pulverize and desolate have 100%
I don't know
critical
if I'm gonna
hit
go
chance
practitioner or not.
against snared or recently
Yeah,
trapped enemies.
I've seen a lot of the VA nurses and a lot of the primary side, or instead of doctors, getting family practitioners and then having like 600 freaking patients to each one.
Yeah, they're pretty
But
popular there.
yeah,
My nav mode.
Towards you.
Nah, it's been pretty wild. A lot of people end up doing a stint in the ER and then revert and retreat to nurse or family practitioners because you get to know your patient.
Yeah.
one of my friends, he's a ER doctor,
Nice.
and he doesn't like he doesn't do a specific hospital.
Yeah.
He's just his whole career he's
Alright,
been
we're
doing
gonna
the
do-
temporary ER doctor. So when
Travel.
How far is
yeah,
this
so he
move?
does it in like Alaska and other countries, but he does it
Let's
north of
move this
near the Arctic
line.
Circle and Arctic
Actually,
Ocean, like,
we
or
go
out in weird
into-
countries. He said U.S. they're all the same. It's like people come in the ER, they're fat, they're obese, have some cardiac issue, or it's a gunshot. He said you go up into like Alaska or whatever, like up the Arctic Circle where there's no whatever, or you go out in the middle of the jungle. He said it's always something different because it doesn't get boring. It's not the same thing over and over again. So he does that for like 6 month jaunts, replaces other doctors and stuff, and he's been loving it.
Pretty cool.
That's good stuff.
Where the
Does it have a white horse in it?
Fortunately
Nice.
not. In my utter brilliance, I bought my ship components and then just left.
I did that.
Didn't put them on, just took the fuck off. Broke atmosphere, and I was like,
Oh,
Having an
I have
active.
a lot of.
There, you go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I have a lot of parts on Orson right now because of that exact same thing.
having an active block in this game makes you pay attention to the attack patterns of all these different mobs and stuff. Because you don't just block, like you have to block yourself.
I
As
love
a tank, you have to like be paying attention to what the attacks are doing, and then you have to time it in between your sword or your attack combos. Because for the sword combo, you do 4 hits, and then on the 5th hit, it has the chance to do a finisher, which can apply like wounded, staggered, other things like that.
Okay.
And that's kind of like your auto attack. You hit Q and it turns auto attack on. And once you get up to the 5th hit, it applies whatever your finisher that you chose for that weapon is. So like I could choose
animation cancel.
I believe so, yeah. So like if I'm going up to a swing and I'm like, oh crap, let me block, I don't think that swing goes off.
Okay.
So I could do like a finisher I could do bleed, snare, or wounded. Wounded it reduces healing received. Snare, movement, bleed, bleeding, dot and stuff
How does
like that.
threat generation work in the game?
It's your traditional, like,
okay.
You generate additional, like, so this ability right here, generate additional threat. Generate 100% additional threat when using this ability. This one generates 300% additional threat. Let me see. I don't think there's... Okay, and then Courageous is an ability that the tank has, and at the bottom of it, it says threat generated by damage dealt is increased. So it's the traditional trinity that goes on here. The Bard is the hybrid healer. The Cleric is the healer. But you can still do like, cleric damage and stuff like that. You could still spec that way if you wanted to. And then I'm pretty sure you can use all weapons on every character. You could use sword and shield, greatsword, wand, book, scepter, bow, whatever else is in the game. I don't know, daggers and all that stuff. Like the Bard has a ability that has a chance to heal per hit. So you can equip a bow that has spellcast or magic damage and spellcasting speed, and then throw that buff on you that heals yourself. And I think it also can heal others around you, if I'm remembering that right. But every hit you shoot with the bow has a 25% chance to heal.
Okay.
So and then that's on top of all the other things you're doing with everything else. So there's a lot of, and then classes' abilities will synergize with each other. So like, if a mob is staggered, and you use this ability, it will trip him, and that stagger doesn't have to come from you; it could come from someone else. So I apply stagger, you hit him with the other ability that then makes him trip because he's staggered. And so on and so forth. That's just one example.
Gotcha. That's dope.
Yeah, there's a lot of different synergies and stuff you can do. All right, let me see if I can stop a swing from going off by blocking. Yeah, like if I just hold block, I'm not swinging at all.
Yeah.
And there's I hear the animation going for my sword, and I can stop it.
Okay. Just smash them.
The other thing I like is you can just sit down and regenerate your health and mana.
Man,
it's only by a little bit. Like,
so what? What are you thinking of mixing your tank with? Since I'm looking at how the
I have
archetypes
no
work.
idea. No idea. Yeah, I could mix my tank with the summoner, and I have no idea what that would do.
That is nuts.
Because your second class doesn't necessarily give you the abilities of that class. It alters your first class abilities with what would make sense from that second class. And the most common one I use is a fighter using their blitz ability is a charge. They cross class into mage, and now instead of charging across the battlefield, you now teleport to that target and hit them. And then you could just take that idea and look at the abilities of your first class and think about the abilities of those other classes and what they might do to each other. I don't know what it is specifically, but there's a lot of different things. So that's why they're like, yeah, we have 8 base classes, but we have far more in-game classes than that. Because you can also you can also roll a tank. It's now a battle master, or whatever it's called, or maybe that's a fighter.
I think they call the tank the Guardian.
Yeah, okay, that would make more sense.
Because like I'm over here thinking the Night Shield sounds cool, but it's also like, is that just me because I'm feeling silly?
Right.
Whoa.
I can also, in the middle of combat, I can switch my weapons out. Just like so, you can hit Z. Or I changed the keybind to Z, and that swaps between melee and ranged weapons. But say I want to deal more damage. Say I have a two-handed sword out right now, and another mob pops up. Well, I'll just hit Shift 1, Shift 2, and now I have my shield and sword equipped.
Okay. So you can always rotate through your weaponry if needed. And
blocking doesn't get rid of all the damage. Like, he's hitting me for 16, I'm going to block, and now it's 12.
Okay.
But that'll go up based off of your equipment. And, like, let me see. I know there's a stamina. You can go into your... stamina skill tree. Let's see. When guarding, your physical and magical block mitigation contribute 25% of their effectiveness to blocked attacks of the opposite type, and other things. There's like a lot of passives and a whole bunch of stuff.
This is not helping my desire to not spend money right now.
Yes. Don't spend money, Sashalone. He's the only way you can play Ashes of Creation right now is to buy in to the beta key or the alpha keys, and it's not cheap. It's not.
Like, but you're buying the game, not actually buying
you will not buy the game when the game releases. All you will do is pay a subscription fee, and that's it.
Oh.
Like, you don't buy a box. You don't buy a box thing. Like, nothing. There's no purchase the game now.
That's the way of the world now.
Yeah. And they're like, this makes sense for what we want to do.
Because they're definitely moving into a theme where, especially with Ubisoft in a lot of trouble right now, I'm not going to go touch that too much, but I have a lot of games from Uplay from back in the day, because I used to absolutely adore Heroes of Might and Magic, and I'm going to lose all of that. Like, all that's going to go away when Ubisoft tanks, because I technically do not own it.
Yeah, there was
a way with all software. There's no more perpetual license. It's all subscription based. I mean, everything, even like Office, Outlook.
Yeah. There was a.
We pay for. Go ahead. My bad.
There was an executive from, I'm pretty sure it was Ubisoft, and he was in an interview, and he said, gamers need to get used to not owning their games anymore.
And it caused a massive outcry.
Yeah, people got pissed. They were like, "What did you just say to me? I'll go play my Nintendo 64." Okay, like screw you.
I do regret giving my PS2 away. That it still played. It was a friend of mine. She was husband. We're just getting into the military, and hers had busted, and so she had all these games that she couldn't play anymore. I said, I mean, I don't use mine anymore. It sits in a box. So here you go.
Good guy Sashalone.
Yeah.
Regretting guy Sashalone.
Yo, I'm fully regretting right now.
that's
I
okay.
think that's one of the problems because now we're going to be moving into an environment where we don't trust anything that's online. So we don't trust anything that's manufactured. So we really want to have things that are disconnected, but we want to play games. So
I made the mistake of getting really heavily invested into trying to be a cybersecurity individual. That was a terrible idea.
why is that a mistake?
Because recognizing the danger of everything and anything connected to anywhere. I mean, one of the biggest hacks happened to Target because they had an IoT light bulb plugged in, and it was sending out, like, they didn't change its access point, and so they were able to get from, it wasn't the light bulb, it was a light bulb to thermostat to network to stealing credit card information. It was insane.
That is wild.
Beautifully smart. I am too dumb. Like, doing more and more digging into cybersecurity, I recognize that I am way too dumb.
Yeah, but I think that the thing about it is that a lot of those are, well, you're always going to be at risk. It just becomes the value of the data that they get.
Truth.
And changing that. And so I think that one of the challenges is you're always, if there's a well-funded group, you're always going to have like almost a nearly impossible chance to protect yourself against a state-sponsored, well-funded organization that is focused and capable of compromising you. You're going to have issues, whether it's through lasers, whether it's through jumping air gaps, whether it's, you know, whatever it is. They're going to find ways to get in. But you know, the common drive-bys, like the people that get hit by ransomware, the people that get hit by phishing or something like that.
That's not nearly as
those would be, yeah. So, because, you know, it's like how many OCR briefs? It's like, okay, well, I have security clearance, I have my DNA on record, OCR gets breached. Guess what? It's all gone. So now my DNA, my whatever is all out there. Great. You know, my fingerprints, everything's out there. So, as a cyber professional for the last 20 some odd years, I'm like, yeah, I've been doing it for a little bit, and it's like, yeah, okay, you know, I can lower my footprint, but how far can I actually lower my footprint?
Right.
So it just becomes like, yeah. So how do I detect when somebody does it, and how do I make it more difficult for them with the data? But I just assume it's all lost. I mean, it's all compromised, period.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the same way that I used to handle deployment. It was very much well, today's the day I'm going to catch a bullet, so I might as well go out fighting.
Yeah.
I get that. It's just, it's the fatalistic notion of it. It's kind of hard to not.
No, because you're prepared for it. You understand, okay, this is the case, so now it's more realistic. You know, you're like, okay, I can't control, like, I could probably go in and identify everybody, whatever, just based on certain things, locating them, and then find their address. You know, you find all this information, whether it's through, like, one gentleman, I tracked him down just through his family, and then found an old SEC filing. I was like, oh, he changed his name. He was like convicted, tried to have the scrubbed, but there it is. There he is. You know, took me a little bit, not too long, but took me a little bit. Had to trace it through one of his cousins, you know, or his nieces that had graduation, and then her mother. But anyway, I ended up finding him. I was like, okay, well, that's how easy it is to find people. You just got to accept it. So you're like, when you buy a house, you don't register it under your name. You register it as something else. When you just, anyway.
Attach it to something that's
a trust or something like that.
That's what it is. Trust. That's the better way to go.
Yeah. So it's just, I think you educate yourself so you're less inclined to get a false sense of security about your safety.
Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Because I used to joke about it. The guys that I'm talking to that were in the industry, they're like, yeah, I don't use smartphones.
I do, but I don't ever install anything on it. And I hate it when they get updates because I'm like, then I got to uninstall everything off of it. And so I think I have like one game on my phone and I uninstall everything else. But it's just like, you know, it's just, yeah.
Yeah. And I think I erred on the side of ignorance for a little while there, because I mean, I definitely failed my test. So I was like, oh, okay.
Well, I mean, way back decades ago, the FBI and China both were intercepting like Cisco firewalls and other firewalls and routers having them shipped to a different address so they could put hardware chips in it for backdoors and spying. Nowadays, they just build the hardware, like everything you have from China already has the backdoor in it. Or like with China has like 2 telecoms, and those telecoms are owned by the state and they monitor everything. It's just, yeah, so you just know and recognize it. And
I'm kind of miffed because I knew what I did, but I needed to replace the fan on my laptop. So the only place that sells it anymore is the Chinese company. So I knew exactly what I had as soon as I plugged it in. I was like, oh, fudge. Yeah, I knew it was coming.
But there's also that whole theory that, I mean, they're really into our environment and they're all over the place, but are they going to break, are they going to use their, like, token for that, or are they going to save their token for something bigger?
Well, I've been really
They're going to give away the, yeah, are they going to give away their secret that they have something in the fans on your system to see what's going on in your system, or are they going to wait until there's a bigger reason to do it?
I had expectations that I just low-key turned my machine into a zombie, and that's my fault, but it wouldn't run without the fan, so I'm expecting that I just turn it off at night, keep it off, unplug it, and if it tries to run and, you know, wake itself up and act like a bot, I'm not going to let it. That's my answer.
Yeah.
Because I haven't noticed anything where it's doing it while I'm active. I will say Windows, though, the Windows update, because I didn't want to put it on there, it was being a real punk. But Microsoft is a little terrorist in its own right.
Yeah. They're actually a lot better than they used to be, but they used to be known for a lot of issues, but yeah. It'll be interesting. I'm really interested to see, I have this conversation with a lot of folks, but as a matter of fact, just the other day I was saying, you know, when you deregulate something and then you invest heavily, it's things are gonna fall apart. And so with AI and the deregulation and significant investment, like, oh, this is gonna suck. I get why he's doing it, but you know, because nobody else has the same limitations we do in it. I mean, we try to be the good guy, but still, it's like, oh, because you're gonna have so many. Yeah, if nobody's watching them, it's like people are gonna just seek their own end.
Well, I mean, I love that. What was it? The Chinese AI program that they announced.
Oh, that was getting your input, even if you didn't hit enter.
Yeah.
And then it was identifying it with the machine ID and everything else, like basically doing what Facebook does to you, Google.
Well, I was laughing because they're trying to figure out how they're able to pull it off so well, and I'm sitting here like, well, we have Temu, we have TikTok, we effectively gave them a plethora of metadata all across the world because they put out really good apps and deals. And so they were able to feed their machine way more efficiently than we've been able to feed ours.
Well, and they get the young kids addicted on it, like, oh, look at this, and then next thing you know, you're like.
And I'm not knocking any of that shenanigans, and obviously people are gonna do what they're gonna do, and they put out a good product, and that was the problem. TikTok was a very good product.
Yeah,
it's just wild.
It was. Same with Instagram and all those others, but yeah. But you go look, and Google, like,
Google's just
Google tracks and tells you everywhere you've been and stuff. It's like,
I get reminders from Google. It was like, oh, hey, tell us about this trip here 6 years ago, and I was like, hard no.
Well, and then they sell it to like different organizations. Like, you can buy that data. So I found out, like, the city I live in buys the data from some marketing folks so they can see the number of unique visitors to the area so they can do tourist reporting.
Yeah, I mean, it's
all the unique cell phones that come in the area, how many times they visit, where they visit. Use that for marketing. So,
it's clever. It's smart, but effectively, I used to joke about it, and I still kind of do. People were like, they're going to put microchips in our bodies so they can track us like the dogs that we chip our dogs. And they don't have to do that at all. We carry our smartphones around everywhere. Yeah. Cell phone, smartphone, it pings off a tower. All our data is pinging from where our location is.
Yeah, got an Apple Watch. Yep.
It knows you. It has your face.
Garmin watch. Yeah, exactly. So. Oh yeah, and then get us to Windows Hello and all these other ones. It's like, oh look, yeah, you don't need a password now. You identity. So how do you verify? Because that's always the cyber thing: is how do you verify somebody is physically there, and that's physically them logging in. But on the downside is, well, guess what? Now I physically know where Saddam Hussein is because he just logged into his laptop using Windows Hello. Hello. Oh, there he is, or Osama bin Laden. He's right there. He just logged into his laptop. And it's a subscription model, so as soon as he stops paying his subscription, Microsoft's going to be like, hey, CIA, you can go get him now. He's not paying his...
Yeah.
We want to revoke his Windows 10 license.
He stopped paying for
He's
the
the
Netflix. Go get him.
I shouldn't I should laugh about it, but it's right on the money too because it's.
Yeah.
It's
Hello, Reaper drone. Right here. This guy's negligent. He's still on Windows 10. We told him...
we gave him
that
a month.
that processor is no longer supported. He needs to upgrade.
Yeah.
We want our money back.
We want our money back, so take him out, but don't take his laptop.
Yep.
Send him a strong message. But
I mean,
you
we
can't
joked
do it
about-
on his computer because he's not, he's not on it right now.
Right. Send a message. Oh. I always thought Repo Man was a great. I love.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, we are not far from like the Repo Man or the Ghost in a Shell. We're not nearly as far as we think we are. It's
Oh,
really
you didn't
cool.
pay your bill? We're gonna repossess your liver.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they're working right now in engineering and biomedical work to create a gel that's going to allow you to take in organs and artificial, like, be the link between metal equipment and natural tissue. They're estimated. Last time I talked to somebody who's working with that, like in that particular lab. They're like 6 months away from having a successful prototype. The problem is it costs billions of dollars to cultivate one pad, like one clump of this bioflesh.
I can see that.
But once that, like, I'm excited for that for a lot of reasons because we got some amputee buddies that I'd love to see them get feeling back in their legs, feeling back, like get actual arms and legs that do what they tell them to do.
There's always great advancements. Oh, wait, what's that quote?
Yeah.
In our pursuit to do great, we failed to do good.
Ooh.
That's from Arcane. Yep. Suck it.
League of Legends.
Yep.
You're not playing League of Legends.
No, I'm not.
Ugh.
That show's
I'm not
amazing
allowed.
though.
You guys watch this.
I don't play League of Legends, but I like that.
Hey babe, I'm feeling kind of goofy. I'm gonna reinstall League of Legends. What do you think?
You will hear a frying pan here in a second. Ding! I'll be like, Kyle is no longer operational.
It's
People-
low key, dude. Like, it's not just divorce. Like, she's not entirely kidding, and I love her for it.
Divorce?
I'm
It's
leaving you.
murder.
It's gonna be your life is ending.
That was me in World of Warcraft. I had to get rid of that because I had like, I don't know, it was a while back. It was over a decade ago. I just gave somebody my account. Like, here you go.
Lionhold has its troubles, but dread
The
the
for
answer
like
to
a
that, she's
decade
near
or
the
something,
I
I
am
was
here
playing
to
that,
serve.
and it was just because my wife would work night shifts at the sheriff's department, so she'd be on the night shift, and so I'd get done work, and I'm like, oh well, I'm bored. I'll just play the game all night
Yeah.
and go right back to work, and yeah, then it was just. As soon as I quit it, I was able to get my graduate degree, like a whole bunch of professional certifications, get my dive master certification, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I was like, wow, what did I ever do before this? Oh, I know. I played World of Warcraft.
You were a number
Babe.
1 raider, okay? Don't
I
forget.
I've had like years of played time across 2 accounts. It was unfortunate.
Well, I think it's funny is my old COO, Chief Operating Officer, and now he's like the CEO of a Google venture, is like some like renowned guildmaster for World of Warcraft, was for a long time.
Watch the tail guy because it's my favorite.
I don't know, but now he posts what's that not pub. anyway, one of those online shooter games that looks like a cartoon. Oh, Fortnite.
Fortnite, yeah.
Fortnite stuff.
Oh no.
Last time I played with my
Yeah.
nephew for Fortnite. That was the last time I touched it. Nah.
But he's like a Google CEO now. He
Yeah.
used to be the CIO for Starbucks. Now he's the Google CEO, and he's an avid gamer. He's from Oregon, I guess, or he went to University of Oregon. Why am I forgetting his name? Steve. I'll have to find it. Not Stephen Gillette. That might be Stephen Gillette. Anyway. But yeah, somehow he's able to do it. I don't know.
If
I
you
wouldn't
ever
be
need
able
old
to do it.
Harold's help for anything, make sure you swing by.
No. If I get sucked into a game, it gets real dangerous. While I tried to get out of World of Warcraft multiple times, and people kept gifting me the game. And so then I kept playing, and then when they did you can pay for your subscription with gold, then I'd grind gold to make sure that I paid my monthly subscription.
Yep.
They got me good with that one.
dues.
Yup. So I stopped paying real world money, and that was my justification for playing. And then I looked at how much time it was taking me a day to grind that gold up, and I treated it like it became a second job.
I would do it while I was working. I would do there was because I used to do like sales, consulting services sales, and so while I was working and attending conferences or meetings online, I would just like do had a route where I'd just go and mine stuff. So it was like one of those brain numbing things. You just run in a circle and you're like, all right.
It's your nodes.
While you're on a conference call or something, you're like, oh yeah, you're talking to a customer or whatever. You're just like, do. And then, get off work. And then you're like, okay, now I can go play.
So I was sad to see Disappear's Crowfall. I think we enjoyed that quite a bit, but I was terrible at it. It broke my brain.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on with Crowfall anymore. It's dead?
Definite hiatus.
Oh, okay. Yeah, dead.
Did it fully die? Because last I knew it had 2 Asian servers that were die hard.
I don't know, maybe. If you go on their website, it's like, hey, we really want to work on this, so we're going to take down the servers and bring you back a better game. And that was the last post from 3 years ago.
Crowfall is offline.
Oh boy.
Sounds like Star Citizen. They give you a great game. Well, eventually.
I love the fact that they're bringing it up because I loved Freelancer. I bought 7 copies of Freelancer.
Oh.
And then sent it to a bunch of my friends, and we played Internetwork Freelancer for years until I went to Germany.
Which don't reduced by.
And so, like, Star Citizen has been something I've been very excited about. I have a potato. And I can't play it efficiently. I want to give it the due. And so, not the Mountain Dew. I want to give it its due diligence.
How it is now, though, you don't have to put all your time and effort into it because it's structured well that you can do a little bit and still have a bit of progress while you're playing, and then not feel like you have to hop back in to continue going and stuff like that. You can go as hard as you want and even go further, but it's not like there's no real left behind stuff, as long as like there are events that go on and stuff like that you can miss, but it's not really like that big a deal now. Whereas when you were trying to play earlier, and stuff works more for me, things work more often than they don't now, until there's things that are just full on broken, and then but before we were like, okay, we have 3 hours, hopefully we'll be able to get a good 45 minutes of actual gameplay through our whole experience. Now it's like, hey, I've got 3 hours, 2 of those hours were great, half of that last hour was kind of and then whatever about the rest of the stuff, but it's more doable than it was before. And there's also way more to do now.
And you could specialize.
Yeah. Like, all you want to do is deliver cargo. There are plenty of things for you to dive in on that alone.
Because
Like
I was
the-
just doing bounties. So I unlocked the ERTs, the extreme risk, and then not that I can share them with other people, but made things a lot easier.
Sashlone's on a phone call. 1 second.
Standing by.
Per hit, up to a maximum of 10 courage. What? Wait a second. So, I'm not understanding this class that well. Oh, okay. I didn't know where my courage meter was. Does this give me courage? Do I generate courage? What? Zoxwell, you still here?
Yeah. I'm
What are
here.
you playing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm outfitting the Guardian right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm back.
I'm
You're,
assuming.
I will say, Shiggy, you were not joking. There are a lot of corpses at Grimhex for some reason.
Yeah, dude. There's so many dead people there. Like, why? Why? And they're
Just
not.
everywhere.
They're not in one location.
No,
They're everywhere.
no. I was like, oh, there's some dead people at the starport. Okay. And then
Yeah.
I walked to the main concourse lobby and I was like, oh, look, there's some dead people here. And then down the shops, I was like, there's just corpses everywhere.
Yeah,
And,
and
why are
it,
they all naked?
yeah, and it's not like there's no reason. Like, no one's killing them because you
I couldn't
can't.
bring out a weapon.
Yeah,
I
you
couldn't even
can't-
bring out my fists.
Yeah, you can't hurt anyone. So there's no murder hoboing going on.
Did
It's
someone
just-
find a way to just off themselves? Maybe like jump
Well-
from a height.
Well, if you hold backspace, you die.
Really?
It's kind of like your unstuck button.
It's just- yeah, there's just a bunch of people suiciding in Grimhex.
Yeah, they're like
Start a rumor.
Jim
Well,
Jones.
because what you can do is you can take all your stuff off and put it in the local inventory, and then backspace if you're having issues. Backspace yourself to death, and then you'll pop up on a medical bed, go back to your inventory, pull all the stuff out, and re-equip it.
I love it. Wait, is there a dupe thing going on then? Maybe does Grimhex have a dupe bug right now?
I don't know.
That would actually make more sense if you can store it locally and it's duplicating certain items, or like you buy in a certain way and then backspace, and then you come back and you pay for one like size 7 weapon or maybe a new ship component, and then you get to double down, so you don't have to buy 2.
Well, I think you can always do insurance fraud.
Yeah.
Yes.
You could just you could take all the stuff off your ship, claim it, take all the stuff off your ship, claim it, and then boom.
Yeah, my plan for live is once we get a base, I'm just gonna start cloning my ships.
Nice.
And just parking them slightly outside and claiming a new one.
Well, eventually, like if we have a base, that means we have something that can build stuff. So then we would just be able to make our own ships and weapons.
Sir, I'm gonna be cloning the Orion.
Oh gosh. Yeah, okay.
I ain't buying no bags for that thing. I'm just gonna poof them into existence.
I don't even know what you'll do. Like bags. You're gonna have to buy buses.
Well, you can kind of do that now because you scrape whatever with the
I get
vulture or whatever,
distracted.
and then you can print them out the back, and then you can use those to repair your ship.
So my business partner was up and he's driving in Boulder. We have a driving business is what we do, kind of. until the board game goes live, which is next month. The Kickstarter launches for it. It's gonna be dope. But
What's it called?
The Kickstarter's for the Fall of Severion.
Fall of Severion. Okay.
Oh yeah, and then the business is the driving business is called University Riders.
Okay.
And we were just joking about it because one of the young ladies up there decided to ask a political question, and she was one of our regulars and very friendly, very cool. And he calls me. He's like, "I think I made a mistake." I was like, "No, you didn't. You were honest. Always be honest." And he's like, "Yeah, but I think we might have lost this crew." And so it was very entertaining. So I was like, "All right, bro, what happened?" He's like, "I'm gonna call you real quick." So I was like, "Oh no, this is gonna be bad." And he's like, "Yeah, no, it didn't happen. We didn't talk about anything at all. We just made it like normal." I'm like, "That's how we do it." But he's been solo running up there for the last little while because this is kind of fun, right? I was driving up there in November and my place got stolen, right?
Oh.
So
that's not good.
In the state that I'm in, you have to have 2 license plates, but they also stole the plate that had my stickers on them, except it's about to expire. So I was like, it's fine, whatever. I'll just go ahead and go and get all that done. That night, my check engine light turned on. I thought I'd fixed it. And I have a state that I have emissions, so now I'm like double tapping myself here. What state needs 2 license plate and has emissions? Anyway.
Oh.
I just barely passed my emissions yesterday. Finally. And now I can go and get registered. And it took them a long time to file the police report that I had to file about the fact that my license plate was stolen. And now I can finally go and take that as well and get brand new plates.
Yeah.
So I'm so ecstatic to get back up there and drive.
That's a long process.
It has taken way too long.
I just fell off a building.
That's all.
But
What'd you do that for?
I didn't mean to. But the building I fell off of, the side of the building that I fell off of led me to the very, very, very beginning of the starting zone. I have to run all the way back.
No.
Like, man, I was like, wait, where? Turn around. No! Not these goblins.
Well, now I get to see what the starting zone looks like. Okay.
I mean, it's all the same.
That moment where I
Whoosh.
I may do a little extracurricular purchase.
Ah!
I'm looking at my wife the whole time to see if she's just side-eyeing me.
I do that all the time. Like make random comments, see if my wife catches.
I will also say that Shiggy Twitch channel and YouTube is not responsible for any financial advice given or heard on this channel, nor am I adhering to or giving any financial advice because I play Star Citizen and Ashes of Creation at the end.
Financial advice given is for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
Results
I ain't...
may vary. You're not responsible for... Yep. And now we're about to flash the Gamblers Anonymous.
Yeah, that's something I'm happy is not in Star Citizen or like Ashes or loot crates and stuff like that. Like, you know.
So low-key,
like in Helldivers.
Oh gosh.
I like Helldiver's system actually. I enjoyed it. That you can earn your super credits through just playing the game.
Buy 'em. Yep.
Yep. And so, like, it's a better way than, and it's not like unreasonable like the Star Wars Battlefront 2 system was. But
yeah.
Oh man, I have made a decent amount of extracurricular income by messing around on CS2 and selling my loot boxes.
Nice.
It has allowed me to pick up some stuff. It actually let me get the beta key for Path of Exile 2. Came out of that endeavor.
Oh, nice.
I mean, I also I cannibalized my Dota 2 and sold a bunch of classic Dota 2 stuff.
Oh my!
Some of that stuff sells for a significant penny.
Hey, if you decide to get into Star Citizen, Shiggy has a referral number for you.
Yeah.
Get you $5,000 starting money if you do it. It's amazing. It's great.
Yeah.
And then, if you get more people to join, you'll get more stuff. Ah.
It could even be You're not gonna believe this. This is nuts. A whole D.
Yeah.
You get a whole D. Nuts, I know.
Boom.
Now, I would love to spread around my referral codes, but I still feel dirty from the last time I used a referral type system to gain things.
What was that?
I got a duffel bag for making someone join the Marine Corps.
Oh gosh. No, that all right. So like everything we've said before, what you just said is
No,
nothing.
that's gold. That's gold.
like you
I
win.
would so give that
100%
person-
win.
I would, yes, you win the internet, everything. I would totally give the person the duffel bag once they got out, or at least tell them I got the duffel bag every day I could.
Yeah. That's great. Unless they're dead.
I'd mount it, be like, yeah, see that duffel bag on the wall? That's what I got for ruining your life for 4 years.
Yep.
When you were getting your ass chewed and you were getting, thrashed in the pit, you're doing the island hopping campaign in San Diego or whatever. I was looking at this duffel bag thinking, wow, that's a great duffel bag. Yeah.
My cheap duffel bag.
Yep.
Ooh, I'll have you know, it was of mediocre quality, and it was.
Oh, is it the green camo one? Is it the green woodland camo?
No, it was the
Oh.
like dress blues one.
Oh.
Oh.
I still have my green woodland one that they gave us in boot camp.
Let's say I still got my arm issue. Well. Oh man, I made a mistake.
Somebody's face every day if I got that. That would have been awesome. I mean,
Like, that's-
legendary right there.
That like is worse than any thing a
Sold you
recruiter
out for
could
a
like.
duffel bag.
Like
You out for a pack of nuts with the.
Woo.
Sold you out for a duffel bag and a reach around. One of these suck.
You sold him out, and all he got out of it was a VA disability rating. But that
And
could
he
be a
got
lot.
something good.
You know, I mean, that could be okay.
And those are pretty
I
solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Maybe
Some
maybe
benefits come with them. It's a pretty good gig.
maybe you should
Yeah.
find that person and have them thank you. You know, like look at where you are now. If it wasn't for this duffel bag, you wouldn't be
Yeah.
there.
You may not have functional knees anymore, but now
Yeah.
you get $700 a month for life.
Ooh.
I need to find that captain and thank him for my disability.
Oh.
We were in North Carolina playing volleyball, and we were both on the net. I went to jump up. He went to jump up. He was shorter than me. Landed on the ground, and my foot landed on, twisted my ankle. That was like 5% of my disability right there. Twisted my ankle. I gotta go thank him.
Boom.
Yeah, those are the real combat injuries you get.
Best advice I ever received but never took. I got to do a detachment with the psych team. It was a blast. I absolutely enjoyed it. She was phenomenal. And she was about to get out. She was, in like an 04 or 05. It was awesome. So she gave no craps. And she straight up told me, she's like, listen, if you want 100% disability, what you gotta do is you gotta go into that into that room, and you gotta crap your pants.
It's a full-time job.
Just crap your
for this
pants.
here board
Wow.
seat full of commissions.
And I was
I'll
like,
tell you
okay. And I thought her laughing. She's like, no, I'm dead serious. You do not understand. Because there is a brain condition that they cannot diagnose. And the only symptom of it is that you have uncontrollable craps. And if you hit it and you blame it on the military, because it never happened before then, 100% guaranteed.
Wow.
I did not have the courage to do it.
That's wild.
I do it on accident every other day.
Hey, maybe you should put in you know.
Yeah, you ever heard the phrase "never trust a fart"?
Yep.
There you go.
Oh.
I have actually told that to people in professional connotation recently.
Never trust a fart.
Yeah.
I got to make
Tell
up.
that to old people.
Well, they
Hey,
should
now.
definitely never trust a fart.
I got to make up a disease. It's like called a hyperanophoresis. Sounds
Wonderful.
terrible, right?
No,
It is excessive itchy bottom.
Do you get a
Nice.
free duffel bag with it?
And the double damage is only for when you sell out other people's lives.
Well, for every diagnosis you get, do you get like a commission? Like every time somebody's diagnosed with it, you get a commission. Is it?
Phenomenal.
This is gonna be really funny when
Cheer.
people rewatch these
Separation
these
H.
streams.
I thought you were gonna say it's vitamin D.
Nah. Underneath my chair. I have to be careful.
It is winter. Everyone is a extra vitamin D.
Yes. Maybe you should stop with your vitamin D with your game.
I had vitamin D gummies, and they're actually really delicious.
Just a little extra D in your mouth.
Boom.
Tastes like mangoes.
You know, whoever made Sunny D has been putting the D in everyone's mouth for quite a long time.
That's true. I like the gel capsules because they just slide down the throat easy.
I like them flaccid and chewy.
JG.
Sounds like you were in the Navy. Were you in the Navy?
No. He was in the he was in the army.
Yup.
Oh, well, that doesn't sound right.
The combat medic in the army. Now this is a joke.
Oh, that explains it.
Yep.
So, we had a guy who transferred out of the Navy and came to the Army. And he sat down one time, and he just had this real heart-to-heart because he was very frustrated. He's like, listen, okay, all the gay jokes that happen on the Navy, I just want you guys to understand, I have never seen more penis in the 12 years that I was in the Navy. As soon as I transferred over, there has been dick everywhere.
Is he bragging? Is he like
he
bragging
was
about it?
He was absolutely mad. He's like, I'm in the office barracks, and my he's like, the platoon sergeant covers himself in flour, butt naked, and just runs up and down, drunk as hell, screaming, "Watch out! Here comes the ghost!" And if you saw anybody with flour on them, you know they just got body pressed by a giant naked man covered in flour.
It's horrible.
It was not uncommon for stupid stuff like that to go down. I actually got approached when I was in the barracks. Some dude was like, "You're a doc, right?" I said, "Yeah." He's like, "Can you just stick an IV in my dick?"
Whoa.
Guess that's one way.
I said, "Sure." Never turning down stick practice.
Oof.
Successfully got that dude his vein.
Thick?
If someone came up to me and was like, "Hey man, can you start an IV on my dick?" I would absolutely go for it too.
The opportunities are not very often.
Yeah, that's not an opportunity I get to pass up.
Like-
And he was super proud of it, and he like walked around and had his like IV back. I gave him an IV pole, and straight up, he's like, "You did it!"
Oh,
I mean, good practice and good on you for doing it, but why?
Yeah, I still don't know.
Was he sober?
No. Hard no. You don't. We were in Germany. Nobody was sober. Matter of fact, they had to kick one of the guys, one of the nationals, off the post because he sold alcoholic ice cream.
Oh, that's
not
a
even
problem.
possible.
It was
Alcohol
born.
doesn't freeze.
He did it. I'm not even kidding. It was Jägermeister in one of the dishes, and you would get drunk off this thing aggressively. It was amazing. Dude was a wizard. Germany are masters of alcohol. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
Yeah, they are. Jeez.
And so yeah, straight up, if you bought it, it had warning, this is alcoholic. And he got very politely asked to not come back to post because the juniors coming into country would be drunk on duty all the time because they would buy the ice cream and not believe it was alcoholic. And you never make the same mistake twice. Mistake, I put that in quotes. But effectively, everyone got the opportunity to do it once before they got into trouble. They had like a one-time free pass.
That's awesome.
It was pretty good. It was phenomenal.
I just remember there was a guy that when I was in, because you were talking about naked people on the Boxer. So we were on a Mew, and there's somebody that Demathius knows or knew. that his name was Todorov, and him and I were pretty good friends. And he was messing with one of my Marines or whatever. We were like in the showers and whatever. And I hear my buddy, one of my Marines, Vaccaro, going, Todorov, no, Todorov. And Todorov just went right into the shower. And you know how small those showers are on, like on float? Just like, they're not even big enough for one person. And there's like this, like, I don't know, it's like a quarter the size of a curtain, shower curtain, or it's like a foot wide shower curtain. And then there's the metal on the other side. I don't know how big it was, but so then I hear them like go quiet. They go, and then they said my name is like, it's over there. And I hear Todorov and Vaccaro going, let's go get him. And I'll tell you, the hardest thing in the world is having two naked guys trying to get into your shower, and you have this foot wide curtain in your steel shower that you're trying to treat it as a wall. And every time they press their body against it, you feel body parts touching it. And you're just like, no. It was pretty
horrible.
nasty. Yeah, it was funny though.
I feel bad for you.
No, it was funny. It was Todorov. He did that stuff. You know, Bulgarians.
We had it was basic training. We were done, and it was family day, so everyone was all excited. We had a gentleman who had to recycle. I know he was gonna crush it, but he got bird flu, so he got delayed on his cycle. I had to wait and come back. Doesn't change the fact that his family still came out. And there's this one kid. I don't. I'm not gonna throw his name out there, either one of them. But he's been in the shower for like 3 cycles. People have been in and out. And he's just in there cleaning up. He's like, my girl's coming. I gotta get super clean. And then Nance is like, if you do not hurry, I screwed that up. I was gonna say his name, but this dude, he's like a 6'4", big old black guy, deep voice, just awesome dude. Love the guy. And he goes, if you don't come out of there right now, I'm coming in there with you. And he's like, shut up, you won't do it. And he goes, no. And just fully butt naked walks over there. And this is basic. There are no walls on any of these these stalls. It's just fully open. So you just see him push this kid against the wall and start soaping himself up in front of him. It's just like, yeah, this is happening. John Kid is just full panic screaming.
Y'all had shower stalls?
No stalls. It was all open.
Oh, I say ours was literally just a room covered in shower heads.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yep.
All we had. Room with shower heads.
I have to say that army bases took, for me at least, they were the worst experience that I had, like with bathrooms. And there was on Fort Lewis, there was like an old barracks area that we were at, and they must have had like 8 or 9 shitters or toilets lined up in an L. Like it was like an L ambush. And they were just on the floor. Just like 3 feet apart in an L.
Tiny little wall between you and the next stall, and that was it. But you
No.
could... Okay.
This was like, it was like an L ambush of the sinks where you wash your hands. I mean, it was just like open floor plan, like 8 or 9 toilets, 3 feet apart in an L. And then you were looking right at the sink. So like when you were sitting there shitting, you were like, hey, what's up? Is that the comics? You mind passing them? Yeah, I mean, you're like looking, I mean, it's an L ambush, but on toilets.
I was doing combat preparation, and I can't go no more than that. But they effectively, they had shitters, and they were staggered, but they weren't far enough apart. So you'd sit down, and the guy in front of you, off to the left a little bit, his knee is between your legs while you're taking a shit.
Oh no!
And so you don't have a choice in the matter. You kind of like, it's right there, and
you just put like his thigh, and then you just rub it back and forth to wipe.
Still works. Yeah, one of the guys went in there and took 3 of the rolls with him, and was like team building exercise, and like left one in there. So you had to toss the toilet paper back and forth between everybody.
That's horrible.
I have no more shame. The army took all the shame away.
Yeah, you get to know each other that way, though.
It's true.
Huh?
Who did that?
Apparently the army did. You know, a bit of that.
There's a thing inside my chair. It sounds similar to my 6-year-old, but not quite.
Strange. Oh,
Very strange.
You got to squeak. You better oil it.
bone
That's true.
crusher.
I heard the eek.
She hit some dust.
They would just call them the eeks. Kind of like the borks.
Oh,
It'd be like the eeks, eeks.
which bork is also something you can buy in supermarkets. It's half beef, half pork, and a roll. Yeah, we use it for. Oh, it's delicious. We use it for tacos. Like if we don't want to actually just have straight pork or straight beef tacos, you go and get a tube of bork. It is delicious.
Get that bork. The dog gobbo dogs.
They have purpose. They are food, not friend. Okay.
So
Just
what
pick
is
up your
pork
local corn
bacon?
starch. What?
You're gonna have to think about that one. Pork bacon.
It's a hippo.
Nani?
Okay.
Not the answer I was expecting.
Look, it's a hippo.
Bacon is the hippo.
It's a hippo.
Decked out. Looks like a
Yeah.
jingle truck.
It's a nice hippo too.
You gonna kill it?
Someone's mount. Oh, it's
How come
Bunny
you just
Bops.
have a white horse.
Sure, we established we can kill mounts.
We didn't-
Free
Oh, it's
on
level
it.
22
We've seen a
mount.
scorpion.
Why does
and
Bunny
a bunch of
Bob?
other things. Hippo, and you have a white horse.
Oh, I got my white
Technically
horse
should
from a
have-
quest.
Yeah.
Are you the Lone Ranger?
I'm the Lone Dwarf,
Nice.
otherwise known as the Lone Ranger.
Should a dwarf get like a pony, or a Shetland pony?
Donkey.
I wonder if it's smaller.
For halflings.
I wonder if it's the
Something
same
with
size.
stout legs. Something with stout legs.
I don't. Yeah. it
Look,
actually
this is
does
the same
look like it might
size.
be- Is it the same size? You get a full size horse?
I think I do.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
just lame.
That's
'Cause it should
awesome.
be a
I
boar.
think that's
It
great.
should absolutely be a boar.
I mean, I think it's
that
kind
is
of
not
exciting. I don't know
historically
why.
accurate. That is not historically accurate. This game is now officially a fantasy.
That's what
Oh.
it takes. Not the elves, not the gnomes, not the goblins.
That's a good name right
The
here.
turtle with a tree on it.
Nope, definitely not that one. Oh,
This cleric's name is the Heal Bank.
oh okay.
It's because he's saving.
Nothing will make me as happy as the naming schemes in Path of Exile 1.
Oh goodness.
Because that is not an option. You cannot report for the name.
Oh wow.
Ever.
So you get anything.
It is wild. I mean, one of my favorite characters was the Leviathan's short tentacle.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Remember that time we tried to do hardcore, and every time we died, our next character had to include the number of.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
I would
good
love to
bang.
do that with you. Oh, we did one that was, we called it the Regretties. And anytime an Orb of Regret dropped, for you specifically, you had to stop, drop all your stuff in the bank, and reroll your character.
Yeah.
Oh dang.
Uh-huh.
I remember y'all doing that.
didn't
That was rough.
Didn't even make it out of, like, Act 2 before someone got regretted.
They're not that uncommon.
Uncommon enough when you're playing through the acts. You expect to at least get to, like, low-tier mapping before you get regretted.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, see, low-tier mapping, maybe if you've over-leveled, you might find it in some of the zones, but... Oh, dumb stuff. I did bust out, because I was playing with my brother, and one of his friends on some Apex. and I busted out Airplane because he was being a little bit of a punk. And so we're like, okay, bro, we're gonna play Airplane. Okay, it gets worse. Because we were like, it was still not hitting, like he was still kind of upsetty spaghetti. But so we play Airplane to explain Airplane. You play a character named Valkyrie, and every single time your ultimate is up, you yell Airplane, and they have to run to you, tether, and then you fly and you relocate.
That was awesome.
That's Airplane. So it doesn't matter what's going on. And then I was like, okay, call it if you see somebody out. And someone's like, call what? And I was like, I full panic when I was like, call 911.
Ooh.
So it worked so well because we could Airplane, and then immediately my brother goes, no. So no all these people and just wrecked them like the building. We did it again. The third time we died. Would have been better if we went for the Pentagon the next time. It's a bad joke. Bad joke. I don't want to get you in trouble, but it worked out really well and it was great, and it changed the mood for the rest of the night, and it was wonderful. So, hooray! And Airplane was a game that Taylor invented. Sorry, Shiggy invented.
Airplane.
Honestly, you should
That
have
was
just
a
left
while
it at Taylor.
ago. Oh, that's fine. People know. I mean, I have my face as my icon, so.
I was just gonna say connected it.
Did. That's my like a herp dirt moment.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we've done that at least once every stream, but
Yeah.
It's like a drinking game, isn't it?
Dude, get popped by goo.
Biggie, do you remember what they said to do to fix the mission targets? To jump to them?
The mission targets?
Yeah.
About 10-minute warning, spirit back.
I'm trying to remember.
I've just been canceling them or go to a different one
Um.
or clear.
Thought
Like-
Matthew said something about if you didn't have a marker, there was something you could do to make the marker appear.
He did something. He said something about like click on it once. What that was going to friends. He was like, just click on them once and then go out.
Oh, the only thing I remember him saying is before. So you accept the contract, exit the Moby Glass, and then go back into the Moby Glass and plot it, or accept the contract, exit the Moby Glass, and then try and plot it manually.
Okay.
But I don't know if that is the same thing that he was talking about, or if it even works. So I am not sure.
Oh, gonna drop this contract then.
But I also know
I
he
just-
did say he would have to drop his contracts if he couldn't get it to work that way, and just pick up a new one.
All right.
Yeah, I'm about like 1 in 3 or 1 in 4 that I just have to drop because I can't jump to them.
To get a little, okay.
Although I thought no,
Shit, though. Like them. Just tanked 2 wardens without ever breaking my shields.
Nice.
Nice.
Did you get your upgraded shields?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're strong.
Trentas.
Yeah.
But that's what I still need to get. I need to get my cooling drive.
I believe you guys are still up at was it like 2 in the morning for you?
It is 1:51 for me right now.
It's about to be 1 for me.
This is probably the latest I've been up for a little while. Sometimes I'll like just stay up clear through the night and I won't even go to sleep, but that doesn't happen very often. Like very often. Like maybe once every couple months. And I don't know why. I just will be like, I am wide awake.
It happens.
And I
I've been up
can't.
a bit later recently.
What?
I said I've been up a bit later recently since I've been doing the PM rotations for clinical hours.
Ooh. my
Oh,
guy.
okay.
I get off the floor at like 10, and then I get home at like 10:30ish. Then I chill.
Ooh.
Well, I get off the floor at 8, and then we have post conference for 2 hours.
Ooh. Is that like an After action report.
Kind of.
I used to hit AARs.
It's not nearly as bad as that.
Okay.
We do like
Oh, cool.
case studies and stuff like that,
Oh.
and go over all of our
Can I
paperwork and crap.
Make sure. Yeah. Gotcha.
See if I'm tracking on the weird stuff.
I got in trouble one time because my PA taught us to write a word direct, like write the patient's complaint directly as they put it. Right?
Mm.
One of my patients came up to me complaining about a beehole. So I wrote it like that. It wrote beehole in the patient complaint because that's what they said. And I got lectured by this rando doc that I had to take him to because ours was on R&R for, I think, 2.5 hours. And he was like, "You better come back to my clinic tomorrow." I said, "Negative. You're not my you're not my my OC." And he's like, "Who is your OC?" And I said, "I'll tell you if you find out." And I just dipped.
Bye.
Yeah.
That's funny. That
I will say I'm allowed to write anything I want as long as I put it in quotes.
nice.
That was like patient states pain and I put it in quotes beehole. Nothing wrong with that. It's absolutely applicable.
I wrote a note on Wednesday. It was like, patient rated pain 5 out of 10, offered Tylenol. Patient declined, stating, "I don't need that shit."
Nice.
Yes.
Signed, student nurse. Name. My instructor saw it and she was like, "Good use of quotes."
You just put citations on everything. How you write papers in college. One sentence, citation. 2 sentences, citation.
I don't know. Nowadays, the kids that I talk to, the way they write is they're like, "Chat, what you got for me?" And then they take it and they take chat and then they paraphrase it.
Yeah. Chat GPT, write this like you didn't write this.
Yeah.
Nice.
Basically.
Which is really funny because like one teacher, I love this, got in trouble for getting onto kids about using Chat GPT and then got caught using Chat GPT to grade his papers.
I would totally do it.
Right? I see nothing wrong with it. The education's biased against AI is insane because it really is just a tool. And what they should be doing is this is where they had the really cool opportunity to update the way education is handled. Because what it should be, if it's a non-practical, we should take testing out of it. Like, practical tests is what we should do, and what they should do is teach you how to utilize the tools you have available for the job you're trying to do as a whole, which would readjust the way that education has to work. Standardized testing is not the way.
So how do you do that? Because I don't disagree, but how do you do that when the whole community is all this work from home? I'm not going to I'll talk to people from the internet. So how do you do practical app when everybody is not on the job?
Yeah, and that's where it kind of depends on the study, the job, and the purpose, because practical app would be project-based. That's why I've been giving this a lot of thought. And there's still a lot of loopholes to what I'm thinking about. But, because, I mean, there are some things where even if you're doing it from a distance, you still have to have access to... What the crap was that?
You see that goblin? Did you see
that?
He did. He did an ability called headbutt.
Okay. Sorry. That's not a headbutt.
Yeah, man.
This is his head, but
he grabbed his ankles and spun. He's like, "I'm coming for you." I was like, "I don't want you to."
To the reform, like for the practical application, it would have to be you'd have to either go to a place to effectively hands-on whatever it is needed to work on, if that was even applicable. In some places, it really isn't, and that's the hard part.
I think that's part of the challenge, because the recruiters and stuff have been talking to us, and whenever we go to hire a position or look at anything, a lot of the conversation revolves around, I think this individual was just using ChatGPT, or whether or not they're even in the country or wherever they are. Because I've had a few, what I would guess would be North Korean whatever people applying for rules. But you usually see like, yeah, because I could have a position posted for a week, and 300 people apply, and probably only 2 are legitimate.
The bot farm
and-
is nuts.
Yeah, and it's but when you're talking to folks, you can literally, if you get them on camera, you can kind of see, like you can tell if they're not where they're at because of the hops that they're doing, or you can tell sometimes that they're off screen by some of their answers. But that becomes part of it because you're really hiring somebody based on knowledge and their capacity to process and anyway, things like that. And so in a world where if they're not like in person, kind of like a nurse, like how would you, if somebody was just remote, how would you know that their true skills to be able to put in an IV, see patients, do things, unless they were physically there? Because if you did it remotely, they could use ChatGPT, they could use whatever else. Yeah, even if you threw them off with a question like, okay, you're in a blender and there's a pencil in the blender, what do you do? It's like those stupid questions, right? They're like, well, ChatGPT, what do I do? And,
You blend it.
Myself from the mortal coil.
well, I stick my head between my legs and I kiss my ass goodbye.
Right? I'm gonna ride that pencil until the day I die, which is today.
Yeah. So I think that's the challenge: is how do you, as you go to a more remote, more distant, more disconnected, but connected in a different way, I guess.
Yeah.
How do you still get the same knowledge and verify?
Well, 'cause, I mean, a lot of times knowledge is about how well you can apply it, and so sometimes, and like I said, it all depends on the industry. Some industries you're absolutely capable and able to like utilize the tools at hand to the best of your abilities, and then you know to put those people on a different kind of team, but they have the access to the resources they need in order to facilitate that position. That to me, like if someone is resourceful enough to utilize the tools that they have to crush it, go for it. And there are certain things that you talk about. You have to be in person. You have to see them in action in order to know if they're actually going to fit or not.
I had a. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You good?
I was going to say I had a professor that explained to me the difference between what they felt was the difference between a bachelor's degree, a graduate degree, and a doctoral degree. And it was very simple terms, and it was that in a bachelor's degree, you're really just being taught how to basically grab data that other people read, data that other people have produced. So you're not really creating anything new. You're just reading like other people's ideas and then using them as your own. When you get a graduate degree, you're being taught how to research a multitude of people's ideas, combine them, and then pick the best idea. And then when you're going for your doctorates, you're actually one of the folks that's creating those ideas and publishing them that everybody else kind of follows. And so I think that depending on where you are in your profession, it's kind of a very similar thing. Is if you're just starting out, yeah, ChatGPT, somebody to process it, and know which tools and resources. But as you start to get higher in your levels, kind of need somebody that's able to have critical thinking skills, that's able to kind of operate on the fly and not be dependent on things that are already existing.
Okay. That makes sense. But I mean, the cool thing about that too is you have the chance to cultivate those people to think not just the way you want them to think, but also to help them learn how to critical think. And so like they already show that they have the capacity to do it by utilizing the tools at hand. To me, that takes critical thinking capability. Right, so they have the capacity to start that process, and then you, as their superior, their senior, you get to cultivate, help them develop themselves into a critical thinking individual to be able to hit that next step. Because no one's ready for that until they get, trained to be there. Exactly.
I tell you, that's not as much fun as you really want it.
Oh, it's awful, dude. Mentorship is rough as hell.
Well, and you don't have the time. Because when you have to do that to like everybody, it's like, oh my lord. I tell you, sometimes I'm like, anyway.
No, I know. I totally get it. Because it's it's ideal, but it's not always applicable because sometimes the workload is absolutely insane and you can't hire enough people fast enough to try and take that workload off. Plus, when you get a whole batch of new people, you have to teach them how they need to function, and if they are not skilled in the process that you need to hire them for, then it kind of sucks. But then you also have the double-edged sword of you hire somebody else from a different company and they're set in the way that company used to behave, so then you have to unteach them everything they knew. They have a whole bunch of bad habits, then you have to teach them your habits, the way that works in your system, because not just because every system works on the same function doesn't mean they're identical or work the same way. It's awful all the way around, which is why I like driving, because driving's pretty simple. I ride with you a couple of times and I know, can you drive? Are you safe while having and can you hold a conversation? And if you can't do either one of those things, then you don't belong in my service.
Boo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason Stratham.
Oh, dude, I love that series, The Transporter. Oh.
Well, I was thinking of the one where he does the armored car guy. I mean,
Yes, his new like one of his other ones. Oh man, the way they wrote that story was interesting. I got
that it's like they killed his son, so he's like, I'm gonna figure out who did this.
Yep.
And then joins it, and then he's just like
good. But it was definitely like the way it was so disconnected was very interesting, and you got the aspect from all sides. It's an old.
You got to shoot Post Malone, so
which is interesting because I don't mind Post Malone.
I don't either, but it was just fun.
He plays a great bad guy. He really does, and he's well aware that his neck tattoos definitely. What the?
What happened?
My my middle kid bought a wig for Halloween, and our youngest was doing some play stuff with it, was putting on different wigs and took it off and put it someplace random because we're working on places go back where they belong. My oldest, who is still fairly clumsy, almost took a swan dive off of the wig, and so she comes over and drops it on top of my bald head. I gave all my hair to you. I don't want to put on the hair. Thank you, though.
Oh, that was the wrong one.
And so definitely, I get the issue there. And it is...
Boop, boop. Boop. Hey there, stream. I'm gonna be done for now. I gotta take care of some other stuff and then go to bed. Thanks for watching. Bye.